boy meets girl meets bucket of blood, and the movie that taught us to never piss off the weird chick who makes her own clothes, Carrie. Carrie seems straightforward, but after watching Carrie to the Rage, on a dare, I started to wonder, was the prom night massacre really caused by the perfect storm of bullies, bewitched Bible-thumping, and illies? Or did it all go according to someone else's plan? I submit undeniable proof that Sue was pulling the strings behind both Carrie and Rachel in order to get rid of the town's evil. Well, polish your pyramids and open your third eye, because we're going to explore the theory of Carrie's hidden enemy on this episode of Red String. Want to follow along? You can catch Carrie 1 and 2 now on Amazon Prime Video back to back. The book doesn't count. Carrie White is a sheltered young woman who doesn't get social cues, which somehow makes her the most hated girl in school.
Creepy Carrie! Creepy Carrie!
All she does is mind her business and accidentally explode stuff with her mind. We could all learn a lesson from Carrie. Sue Snell is one of the girls who taunts Carrie when her period starts. Sue Snell was also witness to Carrie's anguish, causing a light bulb to detonate. I posit that in the moment of that phosphorus cracking, Sue had a light bulb idea all her own. When the bullying of Carrie causes the mean girls to do strenuous, and prob's not legal, exercise for detention, Sue starts planting seeds of disdain. She tells the leader of the pack and most vicious attack dog, Chris, to let it go.
You can't get away with this. I'm gonna get her. Let her go, Chris.
She knows Chris doesn't deal well with people telling her what to do. Chris predictably gets all sassy at the gym teacher, who bans her from prom and slaps the piss out of her in a way that would be hashtaggable today.
Well, there are 10 minutes left. Stick them up your...
Sue, seeing Chris's attempted revolution, piles on by telling Chris to shut up.
Sue!
Shut up, Chris. Just shut up.
Back in the 70s, they had like 3 curse words, and shut up was 2 of them. By this time, Chris, again, the biggest POS in school, is as combustible as that shower light bulb. Sue Snell makes it known that being a bully is like totally not okay, you guys. She decides to help Carrie fit in with the in crowd by heavily guilting her boyfriend, Tommy, into asking Carrie to the prom, thus becoming one of the first lady cucks. That means Sue won't be able to attend her own prom. What a noble sacrifice. Except Tommy is clearly uncomfortable with this. But as his brain is as well conditioned as his hair, he goes along with it.
Okay, I'll do it.
I submit this smirk into evidence. Tommy Boy makes the ask, Carrie runs away, probably after watching him check out all that sweet, sweet library ass, and we can all move on with our lives, right? Goodish deed attempted. High fives! Who's up for some poppers? But that wasn't good enough for Sue. If they aren't together at the prom, her scheme won't come together. She insists he keep trying. Damn how uncomfortable either of them are.
Okay, I'll go.
Good, I'll pick you up at 8 o'clock.
Carrie eventually accepts because how do you turn down that hair? So bouncy. Take me, Tommy's white boy fro. I'm yours. Meanwhile, Sue continues to decorate for a prom she won't attend while everyone talks about how her man is taking creepy Carrie. They said it, not me. When asked about how people will react, Sue gives a coy but insightful answer.
I asked him to because I thought I owed it to Carrie.
And where's that put everybody else?
We gotta deal with it in their own way.
Chris begins dealing with it in her own way.
But you're not going to the prom. Oh, I'll be here.
A, she'll get Carrie elected prom queen so she can B, dump pig's blood on her, and C, try to make fetch happen. 2 of those 3 things are successful. Side note, she also makes John Travolta slaughter pigs when I'm pretty sure you can just get pig's blood from a butcher. I learned that from Buffy, which is on television, and television would never lie. And who should try to sneak a peek at what's happening at prom despite not being able to go? A girl named Sue. But why? Why would Sue set up a childlike young lady with a power she doesn't grasp for failure? Because Sue knows this town is full of heartless monsters. I mean, forget how Chris will happily use everyone she knows to destroy someone in front of the entire graduating class while that evil red hat woman Joker laughs. All it takes for Sue's own boyfriend to make out with a stranger while the school watches is a semi-successful she's all thatting. Never trust a man with a perm. Sue, of course, wants to witness her handiwork, because this is what she came for. But wait, you say, she looks concerned. Sure she does. She knows she has to look concerned in order to survive what's coming. This is all an act, and if you know anything about actors, they get into character early. She's watching her Shirley Templed boyfriend French another woman, and she's more worried about the possible prank. Either she suddenly only cares about this girl she very recently discovered was a person with feelings, or she does not care about that Pantene Pro V boy. Plausible deniability. Remember, she was on the decorating committee. She would know how to get behind the stairs without going up front. She wants Carrie and any other survivors to see that she tried to stop it, but oh my word, it just happened too fast for me to get over there, even in my Chuck Norris action jeans. And Sue gets kicked out. Again, plausible deniability. This town is set to be cleansed, at least in Sue's mind, and it is. For a while, but as it turns out, her work to cleanse the town of a-holes isn't done. And that brings us to Carrie 2, The Rage, the movie with no one named Carrie in it. It's 1999 and everything is way less funky than Prince promised. Sue Snell is now a counselor at the local high school. When a young girl named Lisa commits suicide, Sue discovers a pattern of girls being used, in many cases abused, for a slut-shaming competition between the members of the football team. Sue knows the town's sickness is back. Sue finds Rachel, a goth foster kid who is Lisa's best friend. Sue looks into Rachel's file for no good reason. Way into her file, beyond her pay grade into her file. And then, Sue saw a mug fall.
If you want to talk... No!
She decides to get nosier and looks up Rachel's birth mom, Barbara, even though didn't nobody ask. Barbara is a deeply religious woman residing in a mental health facility called, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Your mom is at Arkham for schizophrenia?
Arkham? Ugh. And whose information is none of Sue's business. But Sue keeps pushing for any info she can get about Rachel. Rachel's in a vengeance kind of mood, helping Sue and the cops build a statutory rape case against Tim the Toolman Taylor's oldest son. In retaliation, he helps launch a scary harassment campaign at her home.
Who is this?
Rachel backs off when the hot twin from Dazed and Confused shows real interest. Sue sees this and snags Rachel to perform tests to make sure she's the one. Sue then pesters Rachel's bio mom into admitting that OG Carrie's dad was her ex and Rachel and Carrie are half-sisters. Say what you will about her dad, dude's got a type. Both in crazy women and in the type whatever genome that provides his daughters with Jean Grey powers. And Sue has been studying that power. Sue brings Rachel to the burned-out high school she attended with Carrie, which should have been demolished like 24 years ago. That husk is taking up precious Jamba Juice space. Why would she do that? To tell Rachel she knows about her powers.
It's a trait, Rachel, you've inherited. Telekinesis. The ability to move objects with your mind. For years, I didn't believe it existed. But there are places that study it. There's a lab at Princeton, but I can take you there.
With all respect, lady, you are seriously batshit. I'm walking back to the real world now.
Of course, Sue knows a teen isn't going to submit to a medical facility test. More plausible deniability, while she pushes Rachel to figure out her powers. Sue then tells Rachel's bio mom that she's scared Rachel will hurt someone. Sue does this right before breaking this clearly unwell woman out of Arkham Asylum. For reasons. As Rachel waits for the not Mallrats twin to arrive at a party, she discovers that the mean cool kids who befriended her are, whoopsie, actually mean. They play a sex tape of her with whichever London brother this is, I lost track, and that sets off Rachel's abilities. Sue shows up just as it all pops off because of course she does. Being all creepy, peeping through windows and bringing unwelcome mothers. It's time for the dillholes of the 90s to learn the lesson Sue's classmates learned. But this time, Sue's machinations come back on her as she gets the most gruesome death in either movie. As the old saying goes, pushing people to murder jackholes also makes you a jackhole, and karma will put a harpoon in your face. And that's not a saying. That's not great. No one says that. There you have it. Undeniable proof that Sue was pulling the strings behind both Carrie and Rachel in order to get rid of the town's evil. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Still don't believe that Sue masterminded the whole thing? Watch Carrie 1 and 2 now on Amazon Prime Video back to back and let us know if you still don't see it.